Hey, this is Pastor Dave, and this is your Monday Mojo. Hope you had a great weekend. So, there's a lot of things that I thought, learned when I was a kid growing up that I subsequently discovered are not the case. One of those things was people talked about hummingbirds when I was growing up. I remember talking about it in class. But for whatever reason, I just always thought, they're brightly colored, and I just always thought that meant, okay, you find them in the tropical rainforest somewhere. That's where you find hummingbirds. And it wasn't until I was in my 40s, living in Pittsburgh, Indiana, that someone talked about getting a hummingbird feeder. Like, well, why in the heck would you get a hummingbird feeder when you live in Indiana? I mean, come on, really. Hummingbirds are not in Indiana. And they said, what are you talking about? And so I got myself a hummingbird feeder as well. Put it out, and they started to come. Now, I'm sitting here in front of this one here in Pennsylvania because this one is just flush with hummingbirds coming and going. Hopefully one will show up while I'm talking. Anyway, it struck me as not realizing that these hummingbirds were all around me, even as a kid growing up on the west side of Indianapolis. And so I put them out now where I live, and they're here in Pennsylvania, and they come, and we've been watching them feed and enjoy the bird feeder. Well, what hit me about all that was this. For the longest time, people had this idea about where heaven was, and where the kingdom of heaven was, and where the kingdom of God was. And Jesus came, and the thing that he just kept saying over and over and over again was, the kingdom of God is at hand. It's all around you, even though you might not be aware. Kind of like I wasn't aware that these hummingbirds were all around me when I was a kid growing up, but they were there. And the kingdom of God's the same way. It's all around us, Jesus said. It's here, it's at hand. And it specifically came with him when he came and inaugurated the kingdom of God on earth. So now when I see a hummingbird, I realize, see, they are around, they're here. And it gives me the same thought that, okay, maybe I need to look hard to see where the kingdom of God is working in the lives of people around me, in the community around me, in whatever happens around me. Anyway, that was my thought as I was thinking about the hummingbirds, and I hope you have a great week.